Hi everyone, it is Laura with Pampered Chef. We are making chicken cacciatore tonight with from Taste Buds. I have to tell you, this last month was been pretty fun. So Taste Buds, you get these recipe cards. You get 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and you get 3 bags of seasonings. And tonight, I'm going to be showcasing the garlic and herb one. But you guys, one of the new ones that I really love is called Everything But the Pizza. So good. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this recipe tonight. I've already got part of it started, so I'm going to drag you with me so you can see what I'm doing. Now this recipe, if you get Taste Buds, you're going to see changes that I do to this recipe already, okay? The recipe calls for chicken thighs, 4 of them. I doubled the recipe. You guys know I double stuff because tomorrow I don't want to cook, okay? So I did 8. All right, so we're going to set those aside. And you only cook them like 5 minutes each side because we're going to keep cooking them in the skillet, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So we actually have mushrooms in here right now. I don't really like mushrooms. I like the flavor of mushrooms, but I don't really like the texture. So let me show you what I'm doing. I chopped them up really fine, but there's a couple ways you can do it, okay? So I chopped them in the manual food processor, okay? Now, it's very important that you buy mushrooms not chopped. The oxidation of mushrooms, it actually changes the whole texture of them. If you buy pre-cut, they will actually cook differently than if you buy whole mushrooms and cut them yourself. I know it's crazy, but it is. It's true. The other thing you can do is use the simple slicer. If you like the texture of mushrooms, you're okay with that, use a simple slicer, put them right in the pan, okay? Now, I'm going to show you a really fun mushroom. Now, I've set some aside for brunch this weekend. I'll make a quiche, a mushroom bacon something quiche, and so I'll chop those up and use them tomorrow. So remember, working smarter, not harder. I have my moments. Okay, so look at this. What are these? So my Rooted Gypsy box came with lion's mane mushrooms. They smell really good. I haven't tasted them yet. So I'm really excited to try that. So I'm putting that in there. Okay. Now I'm going to chop up vegetables while our mushrooms are still cooking. Okay. Pampered Chef, if you've had a bad day, come home, eat your food, not your children. It's very important. Okay. So one of the best things about our food chopper is as it chops, it rotates. So you don't have to worry about having mush on one side and not chops on the other, right? Now, I've had a great Friday. I got to spend most of it by myself. Okay. Except where I did get in the mail. Look, I have to wear readers now. That's fantastic. Welcome to 40. Okay. So, we have our onions chopped. Now, we're going to take a bell pepper. Now, I've cut up an orange one already. We're going to use a red one. Did you know red, orange, yellow, and green bell peppers are all the same plant? Red bell peppers, and orange and yellow, are just more cooked. Haha. They just been on the vine longer. So green are the bitterest. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. Red are the sweetest. Okay? So red are my favorites, but there are recipes that call for green, and so sometimes you really kind of need to follow that. But here's a tip. So watch this. Push it in like that, and then when you pull it open, look, this just comes out like that. Okay? So then I'll just shake out the rest of the seeds and done. Okay? So these don't have to be cut fancy because I'm going to throw them in the bowl with the rest of it. And then the onions. So I love, this is one of my favorite knives, guys. Okay? 5-inch Santoku. Favorite knife. And I love the chef's knife too, to be honest with you. Okay. So I have my bell peppers and my onions. We put them in a bowl. And then we hot foot it right back over here to the skillet. And we pour them in. Okay? Now, oh, I just threw that one. It all depends on your family, of course. I'm really, we're trying to just do more veggies, more things that are healthy. know, give or take, okay? So we cook this a little bit. Now we're gonna add in some of the garlic rub, okay? Now you guys, this is my art. Cooking is an art, baking is a science. Feel free to follow a recipe, but improvise. I know some people are so type A, they have to follow the recipe exactly, and I get it. That is not me. So I will post recipes, but please know that I do not follow recipes exactly, okay? I'm an eyeballer. If you can't handle that, then follow the recipe. It's okay. That's just not what I do, okay? This is my artsy-fartsy time. So now we're gonna open up a can of diced tomatoes. If you don't have diced tomatoes, petite diced, use what you got, okay? One thing I've learned is so many things can be improvised, okay? Don't get upset. All right, so we're gonna pour this right in. We're gonna stir it around, get it cooking, get it nice and hot, and we're gonna put the chicken back in here, okay? And then put a lid on it. I wish I could put a lid on a lot of things. And then we're gonna add some salt, okay? Woohoo! And salt is really important when you're cooking vegetables, okay? Because salt, now if you're a professional cook, you probably know the whole technical term, but salt actually is really important when you're cooking with vegetables because it draws the moisture out, which will affect the texture, which is, I'm a texture person. I don't like peas. They're like, that's a pot in your mouth. That's gross. Okay, so anyway, you're welcome for the visual. So this right here, we're going to simmer this, and we're going to cook this all up, okay? I'm going to take the chicken. I'm going to take 4 of the chicken, put them in here, and let it simmer and cook for about 20 minutes. You ain't going to stay that long. And then I'm going to have linguine pasta, and that's going to be our dinner. So you should really get your taste buds going, because every month we get new recipes and I don't have to worry about what to cook. And there's so many options with this. It tastes fantastic. We haven't had a bad meal yet. Does it look like I've had a bad meal? No. Okay. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic weekend and we'll talk to you soon.